Hi everybody, I welcome you all to EduTap and also want to welcome you to the ARD Current Affairs series going on for the NABARD Grade A 2026 exam. In this we cover the generic news that are related to agriculture from where the objective questions can be asked, the descriptive writing in that you can utilize, and also to have general understanding of what are the things that are going on in the agriculture sector in India. So we have started off with June today. Weekly we come up every Monday at 12 p.m. okay with these classes, and the news that we are going to discuss today, like not very much in depth sort of news came for last week, okay? But the PGS certification framework has been revamped for organic and natural farming. What is PGS system, and what are the revamp version that has come out now? We will talk about it. ICAR, that is Indian government, like Institute of India, okay, and Seychelles, they signed a memorandum of understanding for agriculture cooperation. Seychelles is a country in African continent. Okay, so we have done one MOU for agriculture coordination. Then Odisha approves deep sea fishing mission in Odisha region, and EPEDA facilitated Jammu Kashmir stone fruit export to UAE. इसके बारे में हम थोड़ा समझेंगे, ठीक है? Starting off with PGS system क्या है? So basically it is participatory guarantee system. See, we know that we are moving towards organic farming, and even if like we are not moving towards organic farming, but to know that which from which field we are getting organic produce, it's an important thing to know, right? Then only it will be sold into the market in that manner, right? Now what happens, there are two major system, okay? One is your NPOP system, ओके, एंड अनदर वन इज योर पीजीएस सिस्टम, ठीक है? पहले बात करते हैं एनपीओपी की. सो एनपीओपी सिस्टम इट फॉल्स अंडर द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ कॉमर्स, ओके, एंड इन दिस you would have to get this certification. You would first have to prove yourself that whatever produce that you are having, that or what you are producing, whatever product that you are producing, that is all organic in nature. Once you prove that, so basically this Ministry of Commerce, they via APEDA, they do a third party check, and if found that yes, everything that is going in the organic or in the natural farming manner, they get the certification, okay? Ab why this certification is important? Because this is the proof that now that particular farmer or maybe FPO or anybody they have, and now they can use that certification for export purpose also, to fetch better rates in the market also, okay? But there is a price for this certification, and obviously I think if we are going for export and we need a certificate, proper check needs to be done, and for that you have to pay a price, ठीक है? अब ये FPOs and everybody they are able to follow this, ठीक है, or to pay for the certification, ठीक है? But the small and marginal farmers, they cannot afford that, ठीक है? And you can imagine also the small and marginal farmers, for they need, first they need to be strong for the national level only, right? Let alone export की बहुत दूर की बात है, but first they should have fair price and all the chances at the national market, right? So PGS system has been formed for such small and marginal farmers. In this, basically what happens is, in PGS system, farmers or the communities, they give guarantee for each other that that the particular farmer is following the organic practices, ठीक है? तो ये word of mouth का ज़्यादा खेल है इसमें. It's about having trust, as so other people give a guarantee on your behalf that they are following the organic practices, ठीक है? Again, now you must be thinking that if it is in this method, anybody can say lies also, etc also. So basically for that only this revamped system has come, okay? And secondly, if you're thinking to why people are going for NPOP, they can go for PGS system also, they would not even have to pay for this, right? But credibility of NPOP is better for international market, okay? So people do go for NPOP if they want to expand their business, okay? अब पीजीएस सिस्टम में क्या होता है? सो पीजीएस सिस्टम में वर्ड ऑफ माउथ होती थी, गारंटी होती थी, एंड देयर वर सम रीजनल काउंसिल्स आल्सो दैट वर सेट अप. सी दिस पीजीएस system falls under the Ministry of Agriculture, okay? So to help the farmers also, Ministry of Agriculture, they have made some regional councils where councillors also gave that assurance that the farmer is following the organic practices, ठीक है? अब बट इसमें क्या था, पहले इनिशियली दीज रीजनल काउंसिल्स दे कैन टेक अप दिस सर्टिफिकेशन वर्क फॉर अदर स्टेट एज वेल, ओके? बट हाउ वुड यू गारंटी फॉर अदर स्टेट, right? If you look from the common sense point of view, anything that is happening in a region, you can still supervise it, right? But how can you supervise anything that has happening in this second state, right? Even though you are all loyal for what work you have been appointed to, but what guarantees that once you know left that place, the farmers are not using these non-organic practices, right? So there were so this was a discrepancy, you can say discrepancy that was observed by the government. That is why under this revamped rule they have said that regional council under PGS will now be allowed to operate only within the allocated state and the region which they have been allocated. They will not be able to now guarantee for the people who are outside that region. Okay, so it's a good step. Any new agreement for certification outside the allotted state will not be considered for extension. Okay, means कोई भी अब नहीं होगा. Why is it done? To improve the quality control, accountability and localized support in organic and natural farming. ठीक है, organic and natural farming में difference क्या है? Natural farming it's all more about minimalist, whatever resources you have locally available you only use that. जैसे organic farming में you can use biopesticides, right? Vermicompost, etc. It is about using everything which is natural in nature, nothing synthetic. But natural farming is also a reduced version of it, that whatever is locally available only that will be used. ठीक है, so इससे accountability बढ़ेगी. ठीक है, PGS is a peer review system. अभी currently I already told you, right, that peers or other farmers they give assurance on that person behalf. So peer review and trust based certification system, right? But now what will be done, and regional councillors were also allocated by the government, but now those will supervise only of that particular state or region, not outside it. ठीक है, फ्रेमवर्क इन्वॉल्व क्या है आपका पीजीएस सिस्टम है. सेक्टर क्या कौन कौन से कवर, ऑर्गेनिक एंड नेचुरल फार्मिंग. मेजर चेंजेस, रीजनल काउंसिल रेस्ट्रिक्टेड टू सिंगल स्टेट ऑपरेशंस. ठीक है, एंड मेजर बेनिफिशियरीज आर स्मॉल एंड मार्जिनल फार्मर्स. ठीक है, अब जो पीजीएस सर्टिफिकेशन होता है ये दो टाइप का दिया जाता है. वन इज ग्रीन विच इज लाइक अंडर प्रोसेस. इफ बिकॉज फॉर मेकिंग अ पर्टिकुलर फील्ड टू बी completely organic, it is set for 3, it requires 3 years. Means if you are using chemicals before, at least it requires 3 years for all that to move away out of the field, or ठीक है, तो 3 years are required. So if any land is under the conversion of being an organic farm, organic land, okay, so for that PGS green system is given, means it is under conversion. But if any field has become now fully organic, whatever products have been produced from that field, it is all full, now organic. So for them this blue tag is given. ठीक है, means blue certification is given. ठीक है, तो ये कंप्लीट जो हो जाता है उसके लिए होता है, और ये अंडर प्रोसेस के लिए होता है. ठीक है, नाउ व्हाट इज दिस लोगो, जैविक भारत. आई ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू अबाउट एनपीओपी सिस्टम एंड पीजीएस सिस्टम. ठीक है, एनपीओपी में भी सर्टिफिकेशन इज गिवन फॉर ऑर्गेनिक एंड नेचुरल फार्मिंग, एंड पीजीएस में these systems are given for organic and natural farming. Reason, we know that in one proper check by third party happens, and here peer review system happens, right? But when it goes to the market, अब market में people don't know about NPOP or PGS system, right? They don't care about it. They just need to know by looking at the packet. Like we can see now that if it is veg or non-veg, right? Similar to that, people are curious to know that if the produce is organic or not. That is what matters to them, right? So FSSAI ने ये जैविक भारत का logo बनाया है. So in whatever product you will see this logo, it means it is organic in nature. Now it can have NPOP certification also, it can have PG certification also, right? So कोई particular के लिए नहीं है. But overall means if you see this logo, it is by FSSAI, it means that particular produce is organic in nature. So that was our first news. We understood some other detail also, and I did not just say for the sake of it, but this is part of your static also. NABARD का ARD static का है. That is why because the news was there, so I decided to cover it over here also. ठीक है, now next ICR Seychelles ने MOU साइन किया. तो ICR ने अभी recently वैसे 100 से ज़्यादा MOU साइन किए with different other countries, not only with Seychelles but different other countries. Aim क्या है? To promote collaboration in agriculture research, education, capacity building, technology, right? Under this MOU, joint research programs will be set up where scientists, researchers, students, they will have this exchange program. Currently, this work plan has been made from 2026 to 2031, where they will focus on climate change, agriculture, horticulture, post-harvest management, livestock development, food security, nutrition. See, Seychelles is an island. ओके, ये आर्कियोलॉजिकल आइलैंड है, तो लाइक डोंट हैव टू गो फॉर व्हाट इज आर्कियोलॉजी एंड एवरीथिंग, इट इज एन आइलैंड, ठीक है. सो इट इज फोकस, इट्स इकोनॉमी डेफिनेटली it runs on the fishery sector, right? So we can learn a lot about fishery sector from them because we are focusing on fishery sector. And on the other hand, because as it's an island and heavily dependent, and much of its agriculture is your, you know, fisheries dependent, so it is a lot of import it does for other produce, right? So for land agriculture we can help them, right? So this exchange of technology, information, insights, all will happen, ठीक है. So for that this particular MOU was signed. Coming to third, Odisha approves deep sea fishing mission for 25 से 2026, ठीक है, अभी recently करा है with the outlay of 2000 crore, approx 2000 crore, ठीक है. And why? Because again, see, state wise also now, you know, state government are doing to improve the fishery sector. तो इन डीप सी मिशन बेसिकली क्या होगा भी, लाइक कोस्टल रीजन में वट एवर फिशेज आर देयर, फार्मर्स दे कलेक्ट दैट, सो टू मूव ऑन इनसाइड, सो दैट बेटर, यू नो, सम फिशेज दे हैव बेटर रेट्स इन द मार्केट. जैसे ट्यूना का काफी अच्छा रेट मिल जाता है, बट ट्यूना इज फाउंड थोड़ा डीपर एंड में, राइट? व्हेन वी से डीपर वी डोंट मीन लाइक डेप्थ वाइज डीपर, राइट? वी व्हेन वी से डीपर मींस डीप मींस फार इनटू द ओशन, ठीक है. तो जैसे ट्यूना काफी का अच्छा रेट है, राइट, बट इट इज इन द डीप सी इट इज फाउंड, राइट? So the farmers can have better rates, they can have better better products and can be sold in better prices. So for that जो है ये this particular mission it will work on that, ठीक है. Coming to last, एपेडा facilitates stone fruit. तो basically दो भेजे हैं, दो, एक एरेको चेरीज, एरेको इज अ वेराइटी ऑफ चेरीज एंड सेंट्रोज इज अ वेराइटी ऑफ प्लम. तो प्लम और चेरीज भेजी है, ठीक है. वाई स्टोन फ्रूट? अगेन बिकॉज ये स्टैटिक मैं इसमें आपको समझाना चाहती हूँ, ठीक है. तो इसमें बस यही याद रखना है, अबू धाबी को, यूएई को भेजे, ठीक है, एरेको चेरीज, वेराइटी ऑफ चेरीज का नेम एरेको, एंड प्लम भेजे, कौन सी वेराइटी? सेंट्रोज वेराइटी. कौन से रीजन से भेजे? ये आपके जो पुलवामा और शोपिया रीजन से भेजे हैं, ठीक है. एंड यू नो बिकॉज ऑफ दिस export, now farmers will receive 60% higher returns for cherries and 120% higher in plum. See, that is why export is important. That is why, this is why epeda, it is that organization which works for, you know, promoting export of agriculture products as well as bakery products as well as like beverages also. It is very important so that farmers can have the right rates to them, right? They can do better business, ठीक है. stone fruit क्यों basically यूज किया है? stone fruits basically जिसमें अंदर जो होते हैं स्टोनी कवरिंग होती है फॉर द सीड, दैट इज नोन एज योर स्टोन फ्रूट. दैट इज वाई यहाँ स्टोन फ्रूट्स लिखा हुआ है. चेरी इज ऑल्सो स्टोन फ्रूट एंड योर प्लम इज ऑल्सो स्टोन फ्रूट, ठीक है. नाउ लेट्स डू सम क्वेश्चंस. क्वेश्चन नंबर 1, द सेंटर रिवैम्प्ड विथ सर्टिफिकेशन प्रोग्राम, ठीक है. वी हैव टू, ठीक है, वी हैव अंडरस्टूड, वन इज एनपीओपी एंड अनदर वन इज पीजीएस. तो इसमें कौन सा रिवैम्प अभी रिसेंटली किया है? फॉर दैट इज डन फॉर पीजीएस, ठीक है. कमिंग टू सेकंड क्वेश्चन, आईसीआर साइन एन एमओयू विद एग्रीकल्चर डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ विच कंट्री? अभी रिसेंटली, वैसे तो बहुत से करते हैं बट रिसेंटली what we have understood in July is Seychelles. देखो एग्जाम में you don't have to worry that question will come that in July with what they have done, with August what they have done, and you are all getting overwhelmed that for every month how can I learn and retain? No, they will not ask us. Actually we have made frame this question because we have read about this news, है ना. तो it is also about not only, you know, focusing on exam centric questions. Definitely we focus on that, but sometimes from if any news that, you know, it is not that important but we have covered in the class, right? So for revision purpose we do so, right? So don't worry that if in exam, if July comes and August comes, what will be the answer? No, that will not how the questions will be asked. Odisha cabinet recently they have launched Odisha deep sea fishing mission for which period? So that has been done from till अभी 25 से 36 तक, ठीक है. एपेडा facilitate first export shipment of which JNK stone fruits to UAE. तो हमने देखा cherries and plums के लिए करा है. Finally, this is the homework question for you all. Regional Council under PGS will now be allowed to operate what? So basically, what is the revamp that has been done? That is all in this video. If you have any queries, you can ask. And for more such videos, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also get this PDF from a Telegram channel and also all the PDFs that we provide here. The link of the Telegram channel, it is present in the description box below. So thank you everybody. Okay, I wish you all the very best for your preparation and